Houston is small. Big old city, ranked number 4 in population. No, it's got to be a community of 20,000 because hi, welcome guys, welcome girls, and every human in between. This is the Bear With Me podcast. I am your host, Girl Whit. How y'all doing? It's good to see y'all. If this is your first time joining, welcome. We're so glad to have you. Thank you for your viewership. If you are returning, what's up? We had a really good get ready. Yeah. And I took a took a little too long to get ready and like really sit down that I missed some of my natural light that was coming in. And so I was like, is the look still gonna look? Hopefully it is. It's giving. I like it though. Let's get into them. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend to tell a friend. Bear With Me podcast, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, iHeartRadio. Wherever you like to listen, Whit is there. Okay. This doesn't have a central theme because it's been so much. And yeah, we just gonna get into it. So I wrote it all down. And we just gonna get in. We're gonna start with the first thing. Last weekend, according to when this, I'm gonna just say last weekend. I don't care. Y'all already know. Just because you see something now, don't mean it just happened when the episode dropped. But anyway, I have a lot of podcasters that I really enjoy, and how long ago was that? Back in March. I saw Kev on stage. If you know him, you know him. If you don't, you don't. Whatever. But he has a podcast with his friend, who's also a Chicagoan. What's up? Shy City, my city. He has a podcast with his one of his friends. His name is Tony Baker from Chicago, and they have a Bald Brothers podcast. And I really enjoy it. And so from there, I started following both of their work more and more. And went to Tony Baker's. Well, I went to Kevin on Stage's his show, like I said in March. Then I heard that Tony Baker was coming. Now he had already came and I missed him and I was feeling some type of way. But then when I saw he was coming again, I was like, I have to go. And so when I looked at the website, originally they only had seats for they only had ticket sales for a party of 2, 4, or 8. And it was like you get your own little reserved table. So I'm asking people because I'm not finna just get a table for 2 and it's just me. So I'm like, somebody else who wanna go and let's, split the ticket essentially, or split the cost of the tickets. So I'm asking, nobody said anything. And then I have friends that, one of my friends, we ended up going to see him on stage together. I didn't know that she either knew who he was or liked his work enough to want to go to one of his shows. And so I'm learning that there are things, like, first off, if you're my friend, we got probably more than one thing in common, which is why we're friends. That's number 1. Number 2, I'm also realizing that a lot of the parts of me, a lot of the things that I like, my friends like. So I just need to have those conversations to find out more about what they like. But anyway, so I'm finding out, I'm seeing, but ain't nobody, some people can't go or booked or whatever different reasons. And so I'm like, all right, bet. So then I asked one of my neighbors from my old complex, and we had just like started catching up. And I was like, they was like, what you doing? I was like, well, I'm trying to go to Tony Baker, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go because ran through the whole story. And I was like, oh, bet, let's do it. Let's go. I'm like, word? Yes. So excited is what I was. So excited. So I'm so excited. Okay, I'm sorry. So by the time we are now finna put this game in motion, there are no more table of 2s. It's either table of 4 or 8. I said, what? And then magically, some way, somehow, there were general admission singular tickets. if it's one thing you should know about Whit, when Whit wants to see somebody, she want to see the body, okay? I'm not, and Improv Houston is not like super big where you can't see, but I want to see if you start sweating. I'm trying to, yeah, if I'm paying for an experience, I want the experience. That's just it, that's all. So I'm like, general admission, fine. Be grateful. You're still getting to go with, right? Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm going. All right. So we get there in the lobby area, chilling, talking, sitting near the entrance. Y'all ain't gonna believe what happened next. A fellow who I matched with and went on a date with, this is June. That was April. I guess that was April. May flew by. Let me just put that in there real quick. May flew by. Yeah, matched, went on a date, ghosted me. Houston, this is why, this is a point within this point. Houston is small. Big old city, ranked number 4 in population. No, it's got to be a community of 20,000 because a couple weeks after the date, the date and the ghost, and do you know what I find super cute? He was on a date, and we were at a comedy show, and that's where our date was. It was like, oh, so that's your thing. You take girls to comedy shows. That's cute. I like it. I support it. I rocks with it. And then I looked, and I was like, oh my God. I told my neighbor, I was like, yo, this dude who I went on a date with, and then he ghosted me, and now he's in here. And so I don't know if he saw me when I saw him, but then I noticed he saw me because we locked eyes for a quick moment when we was getting ready to go in, like once they started letting people in. And then he looked at my neighbor. Now, my former neighbor is a man. And I saw him look at him and kind of like quickly glance up and down. I'm in my head like, that ain't this. And don't be trying to read him and try to size him up. But whatever. Houston's small, y'all. One thing that seeing him really started me thinking about was how likely it was for me to run into somebody. And I thought about all of my previous matches and things. And as big as Houston is and as small as it is, he's actually only the second. He's like the second person that I've seen in real life, not us, that I met through Hinge. Nope, third. Since we here, let's do it. So there's one dude I had matched with. I recall matching with him on Tinder and then matching with him on Hinge. And then, no, I matched with him on Tinder, unsuccessful. Then he initiated the match on Hinge. And I was like, hey, you may not remember me, but we matched on Tinder and nothing really came of it. So what's different now? He was like, no, I don't think it was on Tinder. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know it was on Tinder, but I'll let you have it. So I actually saw him at Lost and Found one time, but we never made it off of the app for it to fully count. It could count in this count off. But I had matched with a dude on Hinge, never made it from the app, but I ended up seeing him in real life on person. This one dude I did match with, went on a date, and then I later saw him, one on Pop the Balloon, not my episode, but like some episodes after, and then I saw him at Soulflower Fest about a month ago. But like, we didn't really interact. I was just like, oh, you him, okay. Then there was this recent dude, and I feel like there's one more. But yeah, I don't know if it's just like the matches, we all frequent the same places, so we're likely to see each other in real life. But it's just like, Houston, you too big to be so small, or we all just need to stop going to the same 16 places. I don't know. But that was that. So let's talk about the comedy show. Fun fact: when Whit goes to comedy shows, I don't really laugh. Like, I'll sit there and I'll yeah. But I don't really laugh. Not this time. Tony Baker, I'm speaking to you with your cute, attractive, vegetarian behind. You an attractive, high yellow bald headed man. I was gonna say bald skin. You are attractive. Toned arms, clean nails. I don't y'all relax on me. The fact that I know that he got clean nails, because I hate dirty nails, but that's a beautiful high yellow man. And I don't know if he funny because he high yellow or, and I don't, let me not sound colorist like that, but I typically like mine on the darker side. I'm not gonna flex, but he funny. Like, I laughed out loud a few times. Like, you funny. And a lot of people don't get that out of me because it's just like, I know the joke that you're building up to. So it's like, you got it. There you go. But that's, but no, like, that man definitely is comedy. So shout out to him. And so I had to support. Got me a little Hush merch from him. Had to support. And we took a picture together. I was like, oh, this is my first picture with a comedian. A nice little meet and greet. And definitely I plugged, like, I'll be listening to your podcast and stuff. He's tall. Yeah. Okay now. Anyway, so that's the comedy club experience. Did I miss anything on no, I got it all. So I am recording this episode the day before the finals on purpose. I had to hurry up and do an episode or a segment or just be able to talk about the playoffs because I really have been feeling strongly about the playoffs. So let's talk. Segment number 2 type. The playoffs have been so good. Now, another fun fact. Basketball is not really my jam. It's my second favorite sport. And second favorite is a strong word to be telling, for me to be saying that basketball is in the second place. But I'm a football girl. Let's do it. Let's throw a tackle. Let's catch a touchdown. I know that that's not really real, but that's something that I used to say when I was in marching band at the football games. And it was a whole little running joke or whatever. But anyway, bear with me. I love football. Sundays, football, me, all day. Let's do it, okay? Let's go to brunch. Do they have TVs? Because I'm trying to watch the game. I'm that girl. Yes. So, basketball. So, I feel like football was so long ago. And so now I'm just like, I want to watch sports. And I'm watching damn near everything that come on that's a sport. Because why not? So, typically, I don't really watch playoffs I don't watch basketball until playoffs. But I watched a lot more basketball this year. And I also went to a lot more Rockets games this year. And I finally understood the play-in tournament because I watched this docuseries called Clutch on Disney Plus. And they basically recapped last year's playoffs. And once I truly understood the play-in tournament, I was like, oh, bet. And then I was looking at who was trying to get into the playoffs. And so I bought into the play-in tournament and I was committed. I was so invested in the playoffs or just basketball this year. Number one, I went to more in-season games. Number two, Shorty went to first round, Rockets game 1 and game 5. Yeah. I will be honest. I went because the Rockets was playing the Warriors. I'm just going, and the entire time I was torn that entire series. I was torn because I'm trying to see Steph go off, period. Game 1, I got to that stadium early. I ain't never been early, but I'm like, it's playoffs. I don't know what the atmosphere is going to be like. I don't know this. I don't know that. I have to get the full experience. I went. I got so close. And I saw Steph Curry warming up. I was like, hell yeah. Yeah, yeah. Like, I'm just like, oh, this is amazing. And game one, it was good. 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 Rockets won game one. I want to say they won. Yeah, they won game one because they lost game two. And then game five, I don't remember game five. I don't know. Whatever. I'm here to just tell you because I'm good with basketball, but individual stats and records and that's where I'm lost. All I know is Rockets made it to round two before it would. No, Rockets didn't make it to round two. I'm tripping because the Warriors went to round two and then they lost. Correction. I hope. I'm gonna have to go back and watch. I'm gonna have to go back, check some data, and then if I'm wrong, I'm gonna definitely put it in the caption on the screen. But yeah. So round one, I was conflicted. Round two, I was like, ooh, come. I started cheering for the Timberwolves. Like they was my next team. And OKC in Denver, I was like, I hope that's the right matchup. I should have took more notes, as detailed as I'm being right now, but I didn't take that level of notes. But I will just say this: I feel super like one thing that I noticed um in the playoffs was the amount of players who are like ringless goats, if you will. And goat is a very strong word to give them. But I just think about Russell Westbrook. Yeah. Will he ever get a ring? James Harden, do he got a ring? Do he ever get a ring? I don't know. I don't think he has a ring. But I just be thinking about just like some really good ringless players. And I just be like, dang, that's crazy. But the playoffs have been really good. The games have been really good. It hasn't been definitive one way or the other with teams. And that's what I like when I watch a sport. Like, I don't want it to be a blowout. Because a blowout, what we watching? Now, let me go over to the Eastern Conference. I started really picking up on the Pacers last season. And they have been doing what needs to be done. I've been like, okay, watch out now. I see you. I'm watching. Whit is watching. And the series, the Pacers and the Knicks, that was a series. Oh my gosh. That was a series. Another series was the Pacers and Boston. They went up against each other, right? Am I making that up? I think that's real. All I know is for the finals that start tomorrow, June 6th, it is the Pacers versus the Thunder. And I don't typically pick a side beforehand. I'm just going to be very honest. I don't. But I'm going to right now. And I've been thinking about this all day. I've been thinking about stats. I've been thinking about playing. And I just been Now, one of my good friends think that OKC is finna take it all. I'm gonna go against the grain. I see how OKC been moving. I do. But the level of gutter is Pacers. I'm going for the Pacers for the finals. And I'm thinking that they're gonna do it in 6. Yeah. The way that the refs were cheating, well, I don't say cheating because that's strong, but the way that the refs were playing for the Knicks at one point, I can't remember which game it was, but I was like, what is happening here? It's crazy. It's going to be a really good finals. I'm excited. Oh my God, which game was that? Was that game 2 or game 3? When he thought he hit that 3, Halliburton, he thought he hit that 3, but his foot was on the line, and then they went into overtime. Such a good game. I remember one game I wasn't able to watch. I looked at the score, and it was like started the second quarter or halfway through, and it was 50s and one. It was like 53 to 52 or something, 51. I was like, why is it such a high scoring game and it's only the second quarter? Like, mugs be putting up buckets. Ooh. So you heard it. Whit Pacers. Whit is with the Pacers, winning it, getting 6. God, I hope I'm not wrong. Okay. We gonna stop and pay some bills because we gotta pay some bills. Create With Me Productions, your one-stop shop for all things digital media. You need branding development. You need videography. You need photography. You got a whole bunch of videos sitting up that you want to edit it into something real cute. You need content creation because you're just trying to be a content creator. Hey, Create With Me Productions, LLC. Back to the show. If you've been noticing, those of us on YouTube, you'll notice that I got this nice, lovely piece of artwork right here. So I went to this Vanguard art show last weekend, and it was really nice. I really enjoyed it. I was like, ooh, okay. And so this artist, I bought some work to support. Her name is Audianna Woods. She's here in Houston. I really like this piece. It's colorful. It's a girl in there. It's my vibe. And I really needed to feel, it's so crazy how the universe works. I had been watching a couple of my episodes and just like looking at like the quality of the vids and just like all the things. And I was like, it's just really naked behind me or just the wall. And I was like, we need artwork. And then I went to the art show, found an artist that I like, and now here we have some art. So yeah, thank you, Alignment. Thank you, Universe. Shout out to Audianna Woods. Then there's this other artist. Oh my goodness. I have never experienced being able to connect to, well, no, I won't say never experienced, but it's too, okay. We're okay. We just gonna tell a story. This man named, is it Darrell or Darrell Robins? His name is D Artist on Instagram. I'm gonna put both their ads. But anyway, D Artist is his name, is his handle on Instagram, but his name is either Darrell or Darrell. You know, that name can just have a whole bunch of pronunciations, and I just be like, I don't really want to say that man name wrong, but D Artist on Instagram. His artwork, and if I had the coin to buy it, I would have. But his artwork it made my eyes. I was looking at it, and then he told me, he was like, I did this one all color pencils. And I was like, what? I looked at him. Then I looked at it. He was like, yeah, get close. And I got close. And then, now it wasn't done with your regular ass crayon Crayola color pencil like that. You know, next level type color pencil. But for that to be his medium and the amount of detail, and his artwork reminded me of the art piece that's at the end of Good Times. Like that style. And it's hard for me to explain it. It feels like a bird's eye, but it's also a wide shot. I don't know how to describe it, but his work had that feel to it, and just some of the elements that he put in it. And I was just looking at it, and I was just like, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Oh my God. And then my eyes started doing a whole bunch, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And I was just, because it's, when you see people create and you see them like really go off, and it's like, you can see or sense the passion behind it, that stuff is really, really powerful. Like, really powerful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, so that was an art show, and that's where we at. Flipping back to basketball. So I'm trying to get snatched to whatever degree that I can by my birthday. And so one of my friends invited me to play basketball. That's funny to me because if anybody know me, y'all know I'm not touching no basketball for real. But I did. Now, because I'm a trash talker, he was like, you know how to really play or you just talking trash? I said both of them. BOFFUM, both of them. So I'm over here like, I'm telling this man I know how to play basketball. And the last time I played basketball was when I did a student versus teacher basketball game, and I want to say that was 2021. And before that, I don't know the last time I played. But the last time I know for sure, I'm running up and down the court, 7th to 8th grade. 8th grade more so. I don't even, because I wasn't playing in 7th grade, 8th grade. And I remember the one time I scored a 3. It was on the wrong basket. So that just lets you know my level of skill, okay? But I know how to trash talk. I know how to throw that thing up because when I go to different arcades and stuff, the game where you shooting the baskets, beast. That's me. I can stand and shoot all day long. You want me to run around with the ball? Now we getting into some things. And then my nails need to be done, so I'm nervous. So this morning I taped up my finger because if you make me break a nail, I'm gonna have to break my. Yeah, we ain't gonna go there. So I'm nervous. I'm nervous, but I gotta play it cool because I can't. So I just gotta, I'm cooler. So we go on the court, warming up. When I tell you this man is warming up. He running laps, he's stretching, he's squatting. I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? I said, it's all right, Whit, you're just gonna play your game. He was like, you wanna play one-on-one or you wanna play the 21 and and I'm like, I don't know what none of this is. I know what horse is for sure. I was like, whatever, let's play the 21. So I didn't truly know how to play the 21. So you got to give me the rule book. And I was not playing properly for the rule book. I'm going to just let you know that. We're not going to get to the specifics of how I was playing, but he called me out later on at the end of it. So game 1. Who won game 1, y'all? Your girl, what's up? Now, if you think you're going to be like, oh, he was letting you win, get out of my comments because he didn't, okay? He did not. Your girl got a burner, okay? Shorty can shoot. When she's shooting, okay? So, game 1, it went my way. Game 2, it went his way. Now we down to game 3. Now, I'm not really a sore winner or a sore loser. I'm not. And I can't be with the gentlemen's because when men lose against women in some scenarios, they can be real, I lost. So he won. But that's okay, though, because we was also in it for the fitness. When I tell you, eyelids sweating, while we were playing, I was like, I'm feeling snatched already. Yay. So we finna keep playing. So I need my YouTube watchers. I need y'all to be watching how my face slimmed down. If it looks slim today compared to last week, just know that next week is a pre-recording. So just give me grace. So, But if you gradually see my neck get slim, that I was telling y'all about, and the waist just getting a little more snatched, that's because the gym, the basketball workouts is working out. Because we gotta lose at least 10 to 15 by July 5th, okay? Just for those of us who are part of D9 and you thinking I mean something different, July 5, sorry. I don't know what to title today's episode, so we're going to see what I come up with when I watch this in post. As always, wishing you love, light, and laughter. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. My sister was like, I appreciate the reminder. Like, comment, subscribe, big sis. Yeah, go ahead, smash the like button, like they like to say, the YouTubers. Smash that like button. Turn on your post notifications so you can be alerted when we upload. That feels so extra. That don't even feel like me. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Leave me a review. Spotify, leave me a review. Apple Podcasts, leave me a review. 5 stars. Okay? Until next time.